Okay, if you have completed the program, you copy and paste these two pages and run it in R. When you see it is running, let's take a 10 minutes break. And then when we come back, we will talk about the results. I have a bad news for you. Just type it on the chat. I think we can finish. We can finish at 3 o'clock today. We will resume at 2:30. Okay, 10 minutes later, after you have your model run, and then we will talk about the results, and then we will finish at 3 o'clock. And before we go, I'll answer all your questions. If your model is correct, then you should see this. The fit indices should be similar to what I have here. Leave content to file. Okay, have you got your output?
Yes.
Okay. Are your fit indices the same as mine?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. Now, let's see. So you can see the estimated parameters. You also have the defined parameters, the CI lower and the CI upper. Okay. Now, here are the hypotheses in the paper. Let's see from your output file how you can answer this hypothesis. Okay. Hypothesis one, extroversion will be positively related to ambition values. What is the best way to show this? I need more screens. extroversion. Oh, what's this one? Extroversion related to your ambition value, positively related to your ambition value. So we are talking about this path, A11 path. A11 path. If you look at your output, the A11 path estimate is 0.153. Okay, it is significant, and the confidence interval doesn't include zero. So this hypothesis is supported. Can you follow? Look at your output.
Yes.
Okay, now the next hypothesis. 1B is extroversion to job search self-advocacy, A12. For A12, I have 0.294, and the confidence interval A12, 0.294, the confidence interval is from 0.2 to 0.381, so it is supported because 0 for outside, both are positive. Let me see how I can move this to a different. I'll move this to a different screen so that I don't need to swap. So H1C is extroversion positively related to perceived job challenge. We are referring to the path A13. Oh, I have to do this all the time. So H1C is referring to this path, A13. A13 is here, so it is also significant. So H1C is also supported. H1D is extroversion to your job satisfaction. Extroversion to job satisfaction here. You will notice that extroversion to job satisfaction, we have one direct path and two indirect paths. So we need to go to our output. Extroversion job satisfaction, Vol 42. The estimate is 0.199 and it is significant. So H1D is also supported. You get it? We have defined this already and estimated in the model. H1E, negatively related to job search behavior, extroversion to job search behavior. We have extroversion to job search behavior. It's negative, the estimate is negative, and it is significant because the confidence interval for both lower and upper is negative, so 0 for our side. So all hypotheses in H1 are supported. Do you get it? Do you know how to test it? Read the results.
Yes.
Good. H2, neuroticism to ambition values, A21. A210. So it has an estimate of 0.085. The 95% confidence interval is from 0.013 to 0.162, so it is significant. Negatively related to job search self-efficacy, A22. A22 is here. This is negative, and both lower and upper are negative. So 0.4 outside, it is significant. So this is supported. C, positively related to work burnout, okay, A24. Find A24. It is positive, it is significant. So this is how we test the hypothesis. Okay, so okay, now I want to go to slide 84, hypothesis 9. The effects of extroversion on job satisfaction and job search behavior will be fully mediated by ambition values, job search self-advocacy, and perceived job challenge. In this hypothesis, there are two parts we need to look at. The first part is extroversion on job search, on job satisfaction. Extroversion, job satisfaction. Extroversion, job satisfaction is here. This is 0.199 and it is significant. But the second part talks about whether it is fully mediated or not. That means we need to look at the direct effect. The direct effect is B51. Do you still remember the direct effect? If it is fully mediated, then B51 should not be statistically significant. I look at my results. B51 here. B51, the direct effect is 0.075, and it is not significant because the lower bound is negative, upper limit is positive, 0.4 within. So the direct effect is not significant. That means the indirect effects. So all the effects from extroversion to job satisfaction goes through these mediators. There's nothing else. You know what I'm talking about? Similarly, for effects of extroversion on job search behavior, extroversion, job search behavior, the direct effect is C11. Now, if the direct effect, C11. Oops. Now, do you notice that the direct effect is minus 0.106 and it is significant because the lower limit and the upper limit are both negative? Are you all following? Hello?
Yes.
Okay, we want to see extroversion to job search behavior, whether this effect has to go through the mediators, whether these mediators fully mediate the effect from extroversion to job search behavior. So we look at the direct effect, C11. and C11 here shows that it is negative and it is significant. That means there are some effects left from extroversion to job search behavior. So this hypothesis is not supported. That means not all the effect goes through these mediators. The hypothesis is that the effects of extroversion on job search behavior will be fully mediated by these mediators. And this hypothesis is not supported because C11 is significant. The direct effect is significant. That's why I asked you to add the direct effect to see whether the indirect effect is fully mediation or partial mediation. Here, it suggests that there are some other mediators, there are some other paths that doesn't need to go through these mediators for extroversion to affect job search behavior. Any questions on this? Okay, I think we have enough for today. Now I can answer questions. Do you have any questions before we leave? B1 means. Let me find my B1 means.
My question is the slash. What's the difference between the one like a slash B?
Oh, you mean on my slide?
Without.
You
Yes.
mean on my slide?
And then like yes sir, on the slide the hypothesis 9 and then within the bracket is a slash B51 and the hypothesis 10 is B61. What's the difference? Is there any meaningful difference between the slash?
No, there's no meaningful.
Do you see
well, if you look at this, you don't see the slash, right? Right?
Yeah.
So that means we use this coefficient to answer the question to test your hypothesis directly. Okay? So here, I add the slash because it is not directly whether the significance of B51 determine the effect, but it determines whether it is fully mediated or partially mediated.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You get it? Because B51 is not the effect of extroversion on job satisfaction. It is not the effect, right? It is only testing whether it is fully mediated or partially mediated.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, but it doesn't really matter. I just added. It's not one of the syntax. Any other questions? So tomorrow we are going to talk about the measurement model, confirmatory factor analysis, reliability, convergence, and discriminant validity. For those who were with me last year, we used the software MeasureQ, and this year I have included 1 and 2 new functions in the MeasureQ. Okay, so you need to install MeasureQ on your computer again if you have last year's version. Any questions before we go?
Would you please clarify again the last instruction? We need to install what?
Tomorrow, okay, we are going to talk about measurement model. I wrote a package called MeasureQ. Okay, MeasureQ.
Got it. Thank you.
You need to install MagiCure on your computer. Okay, so if you read the instructions, Kate has a link to download the instructions, so you can follow the instructions to learn how to install MagiCure, because it is different from installing other packages. Okay, thank you. Okay. Yeah, CY is correct. Okay. You need MASS to run the simulation. You need OpenXLS X to read the Excel file. Yeah. So, any questions for today's? Of course, you need the word. Any questions for today's materials? Okay, if not, I'll let you go. Okay, tomorrow we will start at 9 again. Tomorrow we will talk about measurement model. Okay? Yeah. Thank you for joining us. Okay, I know it is overwhelming, but now you have an hour to review your materials. Thank you. So, Kate,